Hey, you all. Carpetbagger here, coming to you live from the West. More specifically, we are in Amarillo, Texas. Yesterday, we were in Albuquerque, New Mexico, at the New Mexico State Fair. And now, as part of my goal to visit all the state fairs, we're now headed to the Oklahoma State Fair in Oklahoma City. Of course, to get from Albuquerque to Oklahoma City, you must traverse Route 66. So we have found ourselves inadvertently back on Route 66. Of course, on two different occasions, I have completed Route 66. Once from Santa Monica to Chicago, the other time from Chicago to Santa Monica. And I always, through my travels, I do cross back onto Route 66 periodically to see what has changed, new things, always exciting things popping up on Route 66. And that brings us here to Amarillo, where we are at one of the most iconic sites on Route 66. One of the most iconic sites on the American roadside. One of the most iconic roadside attractions of all time. We are here at Cadillac Ranch. Out here in a cornfield in Amarillo, Texas. The Cadillac Ranch. Something about the Cadillac Ranch has truly resonated with Americans, with Americana. The cars planted as if a piece of vegetation or produce meant to grow. All these Cadillacs, a very American car, have been placed here. And as you can see, one of the great traditions, one of the great American traditions, as you traverse the roads of America, as you traverse Route 66, to stop by the Cadillac Ranch and apply a coat of spray paint. I remember the first time, I think both times I went on Route 66, stopped and got some spray paint before I came out here to put my mark on these cars. I did not come with any spray paint today, but man, I feel that over the years the spray painting has become even more popular than it once was, because the levels of paint on these cars is out of control. You could see they're developing like bulbousness. Like these lumps here. These are just lumps of paint, tumors, if you will, constructed entirely of paint. I've been here many times. I don't ever remember the cars being this covered in paint. I guess over the years, as I think about it, over the years, I guess people add paint, and the cars themselves become almost more paint than cars. Yeah, look at that. You can see the side there bulging out. That's just the paint. Yeah, over here you can see that tire bulging out there, or rather just the wheel. This giant medicine ball of paint has formed here where the wheel once was.
Anybody want any paint?
I'll take some.
There you go.
Thank you.
Got two.
Appreciate
There
it.
you go.
Okay, you never know when you're going to kindly be gifted a few cans of spray paint here at the Cadillac Ranch. Let's see if we can find a spot. Let's see if we can find a spot that has not been painted yet. Oh, look, there's a guy on top of the cars. Should I climb up there and do that? It's a pretty cool pose. It's pretty cool photo he's getting there. Although I don't want to break my ankle trying to get up there. And I'd probably get covered in paint. This is the freshly painted car from the lady that just gave me the spray paint. It says Hawaii or bust via Route 66. Said that she was from Hawaii, was spending several years on the mainland, And I was actually taking Route 66 back to the coast to move back to Hawaii. Hawaii, of course, one of the only 2 states that I have not been to. And look at this right here. This boulder, this solid, like it feels like stone. This is like an immovable boulder. This is paint. This is paint that was formerly attached to the hood of this car. So people painted it, and then I guess forces, maybe the rain, the wind, maybe just gravity and the weight of the paint detached from the original Cadillac here and fell forward, and now is just a stone. I have not seen one of these before where the stone has actually broken off like that. Now I do know that some people do harvest the paint off of these cars. I believe they make jewelry out of it, make things out of it. I believe, I could be wrong. I think they call it Cadillac, where they take the paint. Because as you can see, it has lots of different colors in it. Now let's look at this boulder here, and you can see the different levels. You know, these are all like different coats of paint. And yeah, over here you can see where this boulder has become detached and fallen off, and then another hunk of paint has formed right here, and now this is starting to pull away or detach. If anyone knows just like the reason for the detaching, I guess, why doesn't the car just turn into one big blob? I mean, is the car is the car naturally rejecting the paint? Or is it just, yeah, I understand you're not supposed to put that much paint on a car, but just interesting why it detaches. You know, I'm just wondering why the cars don't just become like a real Stonehenge, just like a big pillar of paint. Seems like there is some force that actually expels the paint from the cars. I'm trying to find a good place to paint. It almost looks, the whole air in this area just smells like paint. It's like everything looks wet. Everything looks like, you don't want to paint wet on wet. Actually, doesn't Bob Ross paint wet on wet? All right, I found a little spot here on the last Cadillac. It looks fairly dry, fairly uniform right there. So, that sound you hear when you shake a spray paint can, that's actually a kid's tooth inside there. Oh, I haven't spray painted anything in a long time, so oh, I'm doing bad at this. So I'll just put my initials, T, C, B. There we go. That will probably be covered up before the end of the day. I'm actually happy how dry it is out here. The last couple times I've been here, it's been very, very muddy, where it was actually difficult to even get up close to the cars. It's good to see. I guess we're in the drier season, because sometimes it's pretty much Cadillac swamp. You can see how this Cadillac here, again, the paint has slid off the roof. But what's interesting about this one, if you look inside, it almost looks like there's been two drivers here made of paint inserted into the car. The peeling here of the paint just slid off there. I think it probably has to do with maybe too much wet paint going on at once. Again, people just put layer and layer of wet paint, so it never really has time to dry. It kind of is gelatinous in a way. Also, there's a lot of people here today on a weekday here at Cadillac Ranch. It's a very, very popular spot. Just an endless stream of people coming here to write their names, add their little piece to the Cadillacs. These trash cans over here to put your spray paint cans. And saw earlier when I got here, there was kids that were just shaking every can of paint to see if they had any paint in them. Just look at all these cans here. See, some people have given up on trying to paint the cars and have taken to painting the corn. As I've said, one of the most iconic roadside attractions anywhere in the United States. You see homages to it all across the country. A lot of the homages to Cadillac Ranch are right here in Amarillo. So I figured we would go see some of the other homages, sequels, whatever you want to, however you want to put it, some of the other ranches here in Amarillo. As we exit the Cadillac Ranch area, you see that some people, once they got back to the road, just didn't quite get it out of their system. The road itself has taken on the paint. Yeah, over here as you're exiting, you can purchase jewelry and magnets here made out of the paint from the Cadillacs here. All these are pieces of paint that have fallen off of the cars. Yeah, for $10 I did purchase a souvenir. This is a fridge magnet with the Cadillac paint there. Yeah, I love how you can just see all the different layers of paint, and you can take home a literal piece of the roadside attraction. One of the roadside attractions, can you literally take a chunk with you? You can think about it, that's kind of interesting. It is one of the only roadside attractions that is self-generating. You can take a piece because there's always pieces being added. So you take a piece, you leave a piece. I left a piece, I left some of the paint, and then I took some with me. So very interesting cycle of life here at the Cadillac Ranch. The first homage to the Cadillac Ranch is just over here at the end of the cornfield. You have Cadillac RV. You see these Cadillacs here are not buried. They are intact. They're not spray painted, and they're just put on a safe little incline, mimicking the true Cadillac Ranch. But these cars are not empty. In this one, you see we have John Wayne driving the blue Cadillac. Over here, the white Cadillac, driven by none other than Willie Nelson. See Willie peering at us there. Uh-oh, we have a wacky waving inflatable tube man over here by the pink Cadillac. And who drives the pink Cadillac? My goodness, none other than Elvis Presley. Oh my God, it's being attacked. This tube man is wrecking havoc on Elvis and his pink Cadillac. Here watching guard over this version of the ranch, we have the Second Amendment cowboy. It's a modified muffler man there, repping the Second Amendment, which is posted down here. Of course, talking about the right to bear arms, and he is armed, although he's not holding a firearm in his hands. You can see these massive pistols here, and these are actually barbecue grills. You can see you can actually smoke meat inside of these giant guns. What answer this question? What is more Texas than a giant gun that you can make barbecue in? So they do have an RV park back that way, and here we see a mural, a dual mural of the Cadillac Ranch. There is the spray paint version, more of what it looks like today, although the artistry there is a little nicer than what you see now. But over on this side we have I guess what the Cadillacs would have originally looked like when they were originally planted in the field. So you see how they've changed over time. Also, notice on the wall here, no graffiti. Yeah, I think you got to make that pretty clear. Otherwise these Cadillacs over here would be transformed very quickly. Yeah, I bet they've got security systems out here to make sure that these don't get graffitied. Matter of fact, I bet that's one of the reasons we have the old Second Amendment cowboy standing by here. And they do have a Cadillac Ranch gift shop here at the RV park. A lot of t-shirts in here celebrating the Cadillac Ranch, as well as Route 66 itself. Just over here there is a biblical Route 66 shirt. And there is approximately half a Cadillac attached to the wall here. You can see have the Cadillac Ranch magnets there stuck to the side of the Cadillac. And they have some of the paint chip jewelry as well here. Some Cadillac Ranch lollipops and a little pink Cadillac. It says Cadillac Ranch there on the top. We have driven out here into the country to see our next homage to the Cadillac Ranch, and that is Combine City. Now these are farming combines, machines used on fields. You can see them planted much like the Cadillacs, where they have their back ends buried and their front ends sticking skyward. I actually think that is the opposite of the Cadillac. The Cadillac's actually buried nose first, but you know, that's a small distinction. We do have these massive pieces of farm equipment buried here in a field. Normally, these would be used in planting crops, but now they have been planted themselves. Now, if you look here, we do have a barbed wire fence. It is completely encircling Combine City. That is indeed pointy. Now, so this limits our ability. We cannot roam freely amongst the combines like we could at Cadillac Ranch, which may be for the best, as there is lots of pointy mechanisms, lots of things. Yeah, just a row of metal rusted teeth there. Many things that we could mutilate our body on here at Combine City. So maybe for the best that there is a fence that prevents us from entering. Although the fence could possibly mutilate our bodies if we are not careful. It also keeps the combines nice and clean. There is no graffiti, no spray paint on these combines. They are pristine as the day that they were laid in the ground. I don't know, what do you guys prefer? Do you like the more hands-on experience where people are allowed to spray paint and modify the vehicles? Or do you like a nice clean attraction like this? I think about Cadillac Ranch. I do think that in some ways it would be really cool if the cars were pristine, if they were able to see them how they originally left. But the other part of me really does appreciate the interactive element, the communal aspect of it. But yeah, here we have it. Combine City, just another one of Amarillo's homages to one of the most iconic roadside attractions of all time. And we have landed at the newest homage to the Cadillac Ranch. Well, that's not entirely accurate. It may not be the newest, but it is the newest to be reborn. We are here at Slug Bug Ranch. Now, the original Slug Bug Ranch was a few miles away in Conway, Texas, but for whatever reason, they have relocated it back here to Amarillo, closer to the original source, closer to its spiritual inspiration. The original slug bugs, the BW bugs here, were at a different location in Conway, Texas. I'm not sure the 100% the reason for moving them, but that area was a little rough. There was some abandoned buildings. The cars themselves were getting a little jagged and torn apart. So they have replanted them here in Amarillo. Moved these bugs over here, and yeah, the last time I was there, they were pretty rough. So they've been replanted. They look good sticking up the way they do. I do think that they have added some additional bugs as well. You see these carry on the Cadillac Ranch tradition of being spray painted. See, this one still has the steering wheel there sticking out of the dirt, and this is brand new. This was only in June of this year that this version of the Slug Bug Ranch was opened, that the Slug Bug Ranch was reborn. You can see these bugs over here. They look good. They look good being replanted. A new crop of slug bugs. Of course, that tradition of whenever you see a bug, you're allowed to punch the person nearest you. It's the Slug Bug name comes from. I never enjoyed that game as a child. I never enjoyed being punched just because a certain type of car drove by. Here are the rules of the Big Texan Slug Bug Ranch. Okay, so this belongs to the Big Texan. The Big Texan, the steakhouse that famously serves the 72-ounce steaks. Oh, okay, so they must have purchased the Slug Bug Ranch. They must be behind restoring it. So that's really cool, the Big Texan Slug Bug Ranch. Now here are the rules. It is okay to spray the cars and the silos. It is not okay to spray the plants. I mean, that's not good for them. The sidewalks. People have been following that to some degree. There's been some spray paint over there. And do not spray the signs. I don't know if it's okay to spray this sign, but clearly it has been sprayed. But there are more than just bugs here at the Slug Bug Ranch. Look at these Texas limousines buried in the ground. You can see they all have the bull's horns there at the top. And wow, yeah, I love these. And I mentioned the Big Texan is apparently owns this. And the Big Texan, I don't know if they still do this. They used to, would come pick you up in a limousine and take you to the restaurant. So I'm assuming that these are the old limos from the Big Texan that have been moved over here at the Bug Ranch. Interesting. I don't know. Maybe the Bug Ranch needs a rename, because now it is not just the Bug Ranch. It is also a limo ranch. Yeah, I really love the addition of the limousines here. The sign there, the Route 66 Amarillo Bug Ranch. You can see the Big Texan logo there. Yeah, what a wonderful art installation. Although I worry that the limos may be outshining the bugs. I don't know if this should be called the Big Texas Limo Ranch. These stop signs here. I don't know if these are fair game for being sprayed or not. That seems to be a gray area. Yeah, the bugs themselves are pretty rugged because they have been around a while. Oh, this one still has a tire on it. I wonder if this is a newer one that has been added. Although you see these have not obtained the level of paint that the Cadillacs have obtained. These are not yet, they do not yet have like tumors made of spray paint that are melting off them. But I'm sure that is in the future here of the Bug Ranch. I don't know what this silo is here in the middle. If you look inside, it almost looks like there's like a bottomless pit in there. I don't know if they're building something in there or what, or why you would need a bottomless pit at a Bug Ranch. Now I did hang on to my spray paint from the Cadillac Ranch, so I do want to leave my mark here on the brand new Bug Ranch here. See if we can find a good spot to leave our mark. You can see the area closer to the bottom has been mostly taken. A few brave people have crawled up to the top. I actually saw a gentleman scaling to the top of the limousines. I don't know if that is a good idea. My climbing ability leaves something to be desired. Let's see, maybe we could climb. Yeah, I don't know if climbing is a good idea. I think it was this one here. I saw a guy climbing up. Yeah, someone probably could do it, but probably not me. But this limo here has just a little bit of space here at the bottom, a little bit of untouched space. So I could get some brand new real estate and have the bottom coat of paint here at the bottom of this limo here. It's kind of the lone limousine. There's the row here, and then there's one limo out in the front. I can see the gray there. I'm gonna leave my mark right there. Oh no, I got paint on my hand. Damn it. Okay, I don't know how long it'll last, but technically I got the bottom coat there. It's supposed to say TCB, the Carpetbagger, but it doesn't look the best. I'm not the best spray paint artist, but close enough. But you know what? All these ranches are making me very hungry. Let's head on over to the Big Texan. And we have landed at the Big Texan Steak Ranch, home of the free 72-ounce steak. In one of my earlier videos, on my first trip on Route 66, I actually successfully completed the challenge, ate the 72-ounce steak, which of course if you eat it all, it ends up being free. I think today we are going to get a smaller steak. I don't know if at this point in my life I could ever repeat that accomplishment. It's that massive cow, massive steer out in front. The statue here of a T-Rex in cowboy boots. It's called the Big Tex T-Rex and was erected out here in front of the Big Texan as an homage to Route 66, that inspired by the fiberglass and concrete dinosaur statues you would see out on road trips on Route 66. Notice here along the concrete you have the different brands the cattle would be branded with. Now I do remember when I used to come out here, there would be all the limousines parked in the parking lot where they would pick you up by limousine and drive here, go to your hotel and pick you up in a limousine. You see this van here with the steer horns, but I'm not seeing any of the limousines. So I'm thinking all the limousines that used to be here are now at the Bug Ranch. I do sometime want to stay here at the hotel. I've never been able to make things work that way. The Cattleman's Hotel here. We're not staying here tonight. We've got some distance to accomplish, but someday. Oh, I do spot one of the limousines still over here. So there are a couple limousines left, but I'm thinking all the other ones are buried at the ranch. Another one back here. Unfortunately, it looks like the pool is closed, but as you can see, even by the shape of the covering, that is a Texas-shaped swimming pool. Put your head through the hole here. 1 hour to eat that 72-ounce steak. One of the most exhilarating hours of my life. And that's what they call a Texas doorknob. And here it is, over here. Again, this brings back a lot of memories. This is the world's famous 72-ounce steak. Right there, you gotta eat the steak, 3 fried shrimp, the salad, the roll, and the potato. The roll, I remember being the hardest part. It's a good steak. I remember I ate about that much of it, probably about almost nearly half with it within like 10-15 minutes, and then slowed down the rest of the way. The trick is, like, you gotta mix in different flavors, eat a little bit of salad in between bites. I got the steak rare, so it wasn't dry, it was easy to chew. Man, maybe I should just do it again. Go for it. No. I think that would ruin the rest of this road trip if I gobbled down another one of these. Without further ado, let's get us a steak. Dining room here adorned with animal heads. And they sat me right here, actually right next to the stage where I one time sat right there. That chair right there is where I sat to eat my 72-ounce steak. I don't know if we'll have any challenges while we're eating here, but yeah, that's where the magic happens. And see here, they actually sell an alcoholic beverage, Slug Bug Punch, a very brightly colored drink that comes in a boot. My food has arrived. I got the Texan strip. I think it's a New York strip, but they call it Texan strip because, you know, we're in Texas. And I got it rare. And got the sides of broccoli. And this is a green chili cream corn. I've just been through New Mexico, so I've been eating green chilies with every meal. Now, normally I do use A1 sauce on all my steaks, but this is one of the few places where I do not use steak sauce. Excited to dig into that. Not 72 ounces, this is 16. So just a small portion of what I ate here once upon a time. All right, look at that. Smells delicious. Honestly, one of my absolute favorite places to get a steak in the entire country. You know, that's one of the things that made it possible to eat the 72-ounce steak, was the fact that it was a good, delicious steak. I probably could not eat 72 ounces of crappy steak. Let's try some of the cream corn. Oh, so good. You can really taste the chilies in there. A bit of broccoli. An absolutely wonderful meal here. Although I do not think I'm going to eat this raw jalapeno. But everything else looks delicious. And tastes delicious too. As you can see, as we clean our plate, it unveils a mural of the restaurant. It says, feeding folks since 1960. It says, young man, we fed your grandfather. So we head out of the dining room. You can see the rocky cliffs above our head. And then Woody from Toy Story in a teepee. And of course, 2024, the year of the pressed penny here on the Carpetbagger channel. And Pappy here. Oh.
Penny crushed with a unique design printed right on it.
Now Pappy here will crush us a penny. Now I think I already have this one, so I think we're gonna get a. Probably gonna get. How about this one? It says Big Texan, a Route 66 legend. All right, crush us up a penny there, Pappy.
Well, hi there. I'm Pappy, and welcome to Pappy's Pennies. Now you go ahead and pick out a design and step back, because old Pappy's gonna crush
one here.
and stamp a unique design in that penny right here for you. Go
There
ahead,
it goes.
pick out your design.
See him grinding away there. And there we have it. A pressed penny to commemorate our day here in Amarillo. And over here we do have a Daniels Woodland shooting gallery. I think this is newer. I think they had a different shooting gallery here before, but let's take some shots. All right, we got 24 shots here. Don't want to waste them. I always try to hit the bear first.
Keep on, they see what you're shooting at. Maybe you ought to put you in fatter bullets.
Oh, what's happening? Oh, okay. There's a rabbit popped out of the coffin. Okay, so I guess when you hit the bear, all this chaos happens. Oh, he's gonna spray me? Okay. The gravestone there says, let me out. Got the old gray mare buried there. You can see the mare's legs sticking up through the grave. There's Crispy Bacon. I think that's like a pig's name. Let's see here. The rattlesnake. Is he shooting venom? Oh, almost missed this mean old vulture up here.
You're a whole new kind of ugly.
He says I'm a whole new kind of ugly.
Time around here.
A mean old vulture. All right, let's just unleash chaos here. Oh, a farting bear. Oh, look at the little gophers popping up there. They're doing the hamster dance. Come over here to the other side to see if we can hit some things over on this side of the gallery. We'll just shoot this donkey here.
Never done you something. Let's just be amigos today, okay?
Oh, someone's popping up there in the bank. Yeah, so you hit certain targets and it activates other targets. There's this hat here. Oh, out of bullets. Various heads up here on the wall. The buffalo, the moose, the steer over there, and this Native American gentleman. Now they have a two-headed calf here, but you have to pay $1 to see it. So you put $1 in there, and I think that unlocks the door. There you go.
This amazing exhibit display was made possible by Kenneth and Sandy Brandymere, owners and operators of Brandymere Beef Ranch, Colorado.
Tells the whole
female
story of the calf.
Despite efforts by veterinarian Dr. Dennis
Hear the
T.
narration
Franson.
there.
The name given to the calves were Mona and Lisa. The
Mona and Lisa
beautiful mounting was done by one of Colorado's best taxidermists, Rudy Meyer. Insert $1 more to learn more.
Oh, so you have to pay another $1 to learn the rest of the story. But you can see the calves there, and you can see pictures of the calf when it was alive there. Oh, the lights went off. We have to pay another $1 if we want to turn the lights back on. You can also pay $1 to see what's going on inside this outhouse. There's the morbid curiosity.
Now hold it, son. Don't knock over this little house. I'm in here using it. Yeah, that's right. Ain't Halloween. Yeah, by golly, sometimes a man's got to do what a man's got to do, and I hope you're there to just wait for me out there. I'll be out just a minute. Yep. And that's quit trying that doorknob. I got it hooked in here.
He just keeps complaining.
On a 3-seater, and people want to come in on him. Yeah, I'll be out in a minute now. You just hold on.
And it wouldn't be Texas if we didn't have a electric chair. See the prisoner there hooked to the electric chair, and got to pay $1 to see him do his trick here.
All I did was shoplift from the Big Texan gift shop. I just wanted a fair trial. I didn't get no trial. They just...
So they sentenced him to death
Guitar burning.
for...
Can I get a cowboy hat instead? This ain't my style!
Oh my God. So they sentenced him to death for shoplifting at the gift shop here. I guess that's a warning to all the would-be shoplifters that come into the Big Texan. And this looks like a love tester here, but it is actually testing your appetite. It says man versus steak. I guess you see what steak you are, or what steak you're capable of conquering. Let's put the $1 in, and we will find out. All right.
Go ahead. Squeeze the handle.
All right. Go ahead. Squeeze the handle. Oh, what's happening? Oh, come on, 72-ounce steak. I know I can. I've done it before. Oh! What's happening? Come on, 72. There it is.
You're absolutely Herculean. You have
the machine works.
Arnold. I'm not coming back. You'll be back.
And it has Arnold is narrating for some reason.
Strength of many men. You must be very popular with the women and/or men. I thought I was the strongest man on the planet. You beat me. I've got to call you Hercules. And that bulky bicep on your arm
Wow.
is not a tumor. You have to...
Wow, they're just doing all the Arnie catchphrases. We will check out the gift shop here, but no shoplifting. We don't want to be executed. It's actually a interesting buffalo here. It's like a interesting orange color to it. We have various Big Texan t-shirts up there. Oh, look at that. It's a moving jackalope. Hey, buddy. He's just looking around. I have a big rattlesnake that lives in the back corner here. Oh my gosh, look how thick that snake is. That has got to be just one of the biggest, fattest rattlesnakes I have ever seen. Oh, look at him. That is a big boy. It says, please respect our snake. You'll be asked to leave if you crossing or reaching over the barrier, throwing objects over the barrier, attempting to disturb the snake. Would never, ever try to disturb this snake here. I think that getting asked to leave may be the least of your problems if you mess with this snake. Notice they do sell the Big Texan steak seasoning here. Now this might be the key to it. Like I said, this is some of my favorite steak. This may be what makes it so amazing. I definitely love how the steaks are seasoned here. And as we leave here, they have the leaderboard, the 72-ounce steak winners. They are up to winner number 10,394, Andrew Ridings, who did it just a couple days ago, and he said, "Don't give up." I forget which number I have. This is limo pickup this way. Oh yeah, there's a limo waiting right here. I thought they had discontinued their limo service, but there's an old cowboy there driving the limo. Yeah, I don't know. I'm guessing they do not have the limo service anymore because most of the limos are now half buried in the desert. So thank you guys for hanging out with me here in Amarillo as we tour the different ranches that dot the Amarillo area and have a delicious meal here at the Big Texan Steak Ranch. Now, we've got to get back on that long, lonesome road, back on Route 66 and head towards Oklahoma City. Planning on doing the Oklahoma State Fair tomorrow, so I gotta get to where I'm going, and tomorrow we will be celebrating the Oklahoma State Fair. So I hope, oh, that windmill is making a lot of noise right there. I hope you guys are enjoying this State Fair rampage, this State Fair road trip. And tomorrow will be, I believe, number 32, the Oklahoma State Fair. If everything goes according to plan, I don't like to count my chickens before they hatch, but if everything goes smoothly, if I don't die, I will be at the Oklahoma State Fair tomorrow. I want to thank all you guys for watching these videos, especially those of you who follow along on a daily basis. If you guys do like these videos, please subscribe. It does help out the channel. I travel around the country. I film roadside attractions, amusement parks, museums, haunted houses, and other fun, random stuff. If you'd like to help support the channel in other ways, consider trying a Carpetbagger pressed penny. It is 2024, the year of the pressed penny after all. You can buy those in the Etsy shop along with enamel pins and stickers. We got the new Carpetbagger sticker that has proved to be very popular. Also, consider contributing to Patreon, $3 or more. Get you a postcard once a month from me to you. And of course, all those things help keep this train on the track, this boat in the water, and this dirigible in the air. Until next time, my friends, this one's in the bag.